Today I'm sharing the new Stargazer builder flower from Altenew. Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and I'm really excited to be here as part of the new release from Altenew, and it's a new builder flower called Stargazer. I'm going to be making a very clean and simple card today and just sharing a few tips and tricks along the way. I want to layer up this flower, and it's fairly easy to actually layer. It has only 3 main layers and then a couple of centerpieces as well. So I have a piece of Nina white cardstock. It's cut just smaller than my card front, and it's the 80 pound. I've got some 80 pound cardstock here. My card front I do like to make out of the 110 pound. And I have actually placed my flower off the edge of the card design. I've made my own combination of colours because, hey, I like to do that. And I didn't want an all pink or an all blue or an all green or an all purple flower. So I did start with the Morning Frost grey, and then I decided to come in with my pinks. And I have got my mat behind my Misty now. It's laminated and I'm really liking using this, although I do have to wipe any excess ink from it because it does pill on top. So if you have done that, just beware. And doesn't it look awful with just the pale pink on there? But seriously, I just love how this flower finished. And actually the photos, you may notice they're a little bit pinker than the actual flower. I really struggled to get the depth. It's more of a purple pink, the rubellite on top of the grey. It looked really gorgeous. So I just followed the layering guide on the packet and came in with a couple of yellows. Now I did offset the centers of the stamen tips because I wanted it to look at a little bit of dimension. And this is actually the second time I've made this panel. The first time I was not concentrating and I didn't stamp my leaves properly. So this time I'm going to show you how I fixed this and made it foolproof. I'm using my dies. Yes, I know, I'm not actually cutting anything out. I'm just using it to get the placement for my stamps. I set the stamp on top and then picked it up with the Misty. Now I'm using the Greenfields greens and starting with the lightest colour, which is the frayed leaf, and I'm just making sure to press it nice and firmly against the stamp masking paper. And I had a little bit of trouble layering up this leaf, so what I've done this time is I've re-stamped the frayed leaf on a piece of scrap paper, and now I've lined up the second leaf and stamped it with the Forest Glades to make sure that it was correct before I stamped my proper image. If I had done this the first time, I would have had this card finished by now. But no, I had to start again. So for all my leaves I did this. I actually stamped them off on that scrap piece of paper and then layered them up. And that way I knew the layers were going to be correct before I committed to my actual card, because that's the problem when you have a one layer clean and simple card. It's really difficult to hide mistakes unless you've got some beautiful sequins, and then you can hide anything. And how gorgeous is this flower? I just love it. Now all I have to do is add a simple sentiment, and I chose 2 different sentiments from 2 different stamp sets, and the Wavy Roses is this little one that I'm doing here, and I'm stamping both of them with the Obsidian Black, and this fabulous retro font is from the Geometric Flowers set, and I thought this was such a fun combination for a sentiment. I've popped up the panel on the front of a top fold card, and I will have lots of pictures and all the links to the blogs. Also, you can find out how you can win. If you're here in December 2019, head to my blog, which will be linked in the description below. I'm so glad you could join me today. If you did like this video, please click on the thumbs up button, which lets me know that you did like it. And if you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you again here real soon. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.